Hey guys, this week we're going to be talking about measurements, specifically using a ruler to measure inches and feet. You are going to need your Go Math book, so go ahead and go grab that. These were in your distribution packets when you picked them up the very first time, but we're going to be using volume 2. So go ahead and again, go get the Go Math book volume 2. We're going to be working towards the middle of the book, and you are going to need to tear out pages 552 and 553. So go ahead and go grab that, pause the video, come back. We're going to do a couple together, and then you're going to work for a little bit today on your own. Okay, so today we are going to be measuring to the nearest inch. So the first thing that I want to show you is what you can do if you do not have a ruler. So I do not have a ruler with me, but I have torn out page 552 and 553 from the Go Math book. And I am going to actually just cut out the ruler that's at the top of the page. So I'm just going to cut it out. And when I get to that side, I'm going to get as close to the 0 as I can so that my ruler is somewhat accurate. So I have cut that out, and I am going to use that the best I can to measure now. So we are measuring to the nearest inch. So we're going to be using, if you have a regular ruler at home, I would advise you to use that. If not, we can use the one that we just made. Okay, so the first thing that you need to remember when you're measuring with a ruler is that the end of the item that you're measuring, it needs to touch, or that is where you're going to line up the end of the ruler. So my 0 on my ruler is matching the end of that piece of string. Okay, you don't want to start here, you don't want to start there. We are lining up the 0 right with the end of whatever we're measuring. So I am lining that up just like that. You see that there? And then I'm going to go all the way down to the other side, and I'm looking for the closest number that it matches to. So when I do that, this orange piece of string looks to be about 4 inches long. So I am going to write that right there in the side there. Okay. All right, so for the next one, we're going to do the same thing. So for the purple pencil, I'm going to put it there. This is where it's going to get a little tricky if you do not have an eraser, but I'm sorry, if you do not have a ruler. But again, so if I start it right here, and I make sure those line up, and I come down here, I've got 4 inches here, and I've got about this much left that I cannot measure with this ruler. But I know that that looks to be about 1 inch. So if my ruler were to still go that long, I would think it would be about 5 inches. And I'm just kind of estimating that there based off how big an inch is. For me, an inch is about 2 of my fingers. So you can kind of keep that in mind too. If you're having to use this little cutout ruler and you do not have one at home, you can kind of use that when you run out. An inch is going to be about 2 fingers side by side. Okay? All right, we are going to do this last one together because again, we are going to run out of space. But I am going to match the end of looks like maybe a purple straw. Oh, skipped one. The red string, so I'm going to match the end of the red string up right there. So you see my 0 on my ruler is lined up with the end of the string, and I'm following the end of the string and looking down at the number on the ruler. So the end of the string is matching up with right about 2 inches. So I'm going to say that that red string is about 2 inches. Okay, so you are going to go ahead and do number 4 on this page, 5, 6, and 7 on page 553 by yourself. You are going to snap a picture and let me see how you did. Do not forget, once you go back into Google Classroom, you have to attach that to the assignment before you click the turn in button.